Okay, for the second how to think like a scientist question. Would 3 moles of copper have the same number of atoms as 3 moles of sulfur? Okay, would 3 moles of copper make or have the same number of atoms as 3 moles of sulfur? Okay, now if we wanted, we could convert moles to atoms. We could do that. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the unit moles. We're starting with 3 moles. Okay, and this one's going to be copper. And I can set up 3 moles of sulfur here. Get rid of the unit moles by putting it down here. I want atoms. Okay, remember when mole is not in the given position, you put a 1. If it is in the given position, you do what the givens say. Okay, that's easy. But again, if it's not in the given position, you put a 1. Okay, and we saw that 1.0, okay, 1 mole, exactly 1 mole, is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd particles. So here, 1 mole is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd atoms. That equals 1 mole. And here, 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd atoms makes 1 mole. Okay, to look at the math, you can use this as a reason why they're the same, or the reason why they're different, whatever the response is. Oh, you can put a 1 here if you want. I started to leave it blank because sometimes I forget to write it, and it's okay to leave this spot blank or write a 1. Don't put anything else. Notice when you calculate them, they have exactly the same numbers. But just like molar mass is the key to grams of something not giving you the same moles, well, you have the same number of moles, and every mole is made of the same number of atoms. And right there, that's the key. 1 mole is made of the same number of atoms, whether it's copper or sulfur makes no difference. The same number of moles have the same number of atoms. Or you could say 1 mole is always the same number of atoms. I think that's a little easier to understand. So, once again, would 3 moles of copper have the same number of atoms as 3 moles of sulfur? Oh, there it is, of atoms. I lost it for a second. Made me worry. Okay, so you could say yes because, but you know that's not a very good sentence. So yes, comma, they make the same number of atoms. Now that's better writing. In the end of the grading period, they're going to have us grade you on a scientific writing. This way I'm teaching you how to do it. Yes, they make the same number of atoms because 1 mole, and it's okay to write numbers when we're talking about numbers. I'm okay with that because 1 mole is always, oops, sorry, holding the phone, holding the paper, holding the writing. 1 mole is the same number of atoms of any material, whether it's copper or gold or silver, sulfur. Okay. Yes, they make the same number of moles because 1 mole is the same number of atoms of any material. I could say any element there. That would be even better. Any element would be even better here. I don't mind if you leave it as material. I'm going to correct it to make the better one, element. Do you see that even when you are good at writing, you can change your mind? You can edit it? That's normal. It's part of just good writing. Okay. So there you are. That is how to answer the second example question. Please use these two examples that I've done with you to help you answer the other questions on the conclusions of the virtual mole conversion lab.